personally believe that parents are the primary teachers in a child's life. How do you think Eco Ridge should help support parents to teach this classical education?
So one of the things that what I like about the Ridge a lot is that being able to talk to your teacher, understands their perspective, and they listening to your perspective of your child. So because as much as the teacher knows your child, you have some idea of your child as well. And if you're able to kind of make cohesive decision of how you want to groom your child together, I think that's the key factor in making your child belong in life.
I always enjoy working with parents. I can work well with the parents to help support their students learn, and the parent is helping as well, so we can work together to best educate their child.
Well, this is one of my favorite things to talk about because both as a parent, as a grandparent, and as a former administrator. Education is one of those rare occupations and teachings where you deal with a lot of people who feel like they know what you should do because they went to school. And I think that the role of the teacher and the principal, director, and the administration is really incumbent to listen to the parents. On the other hand, as a former administrator, the parents have to understand the fact is that we are professionals in doing what we do, and as much as you can tailor things to individual needs of students, you have to consider the overall flow of the school. And there are single agenda people out there. There are people who would like to see you do things that maybe you, as an administrator or as a teacher, don't necessarily agree with. And I think over here, as we go down the road here, probably is that we just have to learn how to deal with it. In other words, to listen to parents, hopefully have parents listen to us as educators.
I'm not a parent, but I do have parents, and I learned a lot from them. But they didn't teach me everything. I learned a lot in school too. And school has a very important place, like you just said. Teachers are professional educators. It's what they do. It's what they're trained to do, and that's their job. And parents need to allow teachers to do their job, but that doesn't mean the education stops when the kids get home. The parents are definitely in the best place to continue that education as they go along. And to do that best would be just like you were just talking about, having an open dialogue between the parents and the teachers, allowing the parents to come to the schools, experience what's going on in the classroom, see it firsthand so that when they get home they know what their kids are doing. And if they have questions, to have the teachers be accessible to the parents. And then vice versa, have the parents be accessible to the teachers. If the teacher wants to know what's going on at home because it's going to help better in the classroom, that's important too.
The best thing that I found about this school, when I first got hired last February, we had parent-teacher conferences just about a month later, and usually the band director kind of gets ignored, right? They don't care about the band director or whatever, they're doing great. I was nonstop with parent-teacher conferences, which was so exciting because that does kind of help me understand that there is this constant influx of home is a reinforcement of what's being taught at school, and then school is a reinforcement of what's being taught at home. And it's so essential because it's just a collaboration. It just means that, I'm part of it, but you're part of it, and then the kid is part of it, and the administration's part of it. And it's important to maintain that, and it's also important to maintain some boundaries. I'm not going to be answering my phone at 3 o'clock in the morning, but neither should you. So I think it's just important to be respectful on all aspects.
Could you repeat the question, please? I want to make sure I got it right.
I personally believe that parents are the primary teachers in a child's life. How do you think Eco Ridge should help support parents to teach this classical education?
I think it starts with the open houses that we do to bring in people from the beginning in the first place, but to very clearly articulate and explain who we are, why we do what we do right up front, in their face, very assertive. They understand what they're looking at when they're looking at Eco Ridge. And that continues through the orientation and all the way through when they start to the school. Have curriculum back and forth. Provide the parents with training opportunities and resources. I would love it if we make every parent read this book. Can't do that, it's kind of a pricey book, but something like that where we can not just, I mean, we're in the business of education, let's educate the parents as to who we are, why we do what we do. I think that will go a long way in not only the education of the kid, but the relations between the staff, parents, and teachers.
I also agree that parents are the primary educators of the children, and who love them more than their parents. So I take the role of a teacher very seriously. It's kind of humbling, actually, that knowing that you are allowing us to assist you in helping formate your child. I believe it's a relationship. It's a back and forth relationship. So that we have responsibilities, and parents have responsibilities. And the more open the communication is, the better that we are. I love when parents come in and they talk to me during conferences. We have that recorder going, and then we can go back and forth. If they have an issue, then I can respond back and forth that way. But I believe that it has to be a two-way street.
I would agree, absolutely, that parents are, primarily responsible for raising their kids. I'll say as a parent, if I fully knew how to educate my child, I'd probably be homeschooling them. That's not my strength. I chose Eagle Ridge because I believe in Eagle Ridge's educational model, and I believe that Eagle Ridge knows how to teach classical education. If I had the answers, I'd be doing it at home. I don't, so I entrust my children to the teachers and the administration here. But I do think it's a partnership. I think we have to, Eagle Ridge needs to communicate. I agree completely with Pete. As a school, we need to help educate the parents. What is classical education? We need to listen to the parents. We need to build a relationship and understand that while parents may be primarily responsible for their children, they've entrusted their kids to us at this school. We need to partner with them and work on that together.
I think communication and being able to have the parents make it easy for them to approach the teachers and the staff. And I think that open dialogue will only facilitate, what the teacher expects at home versus the parents' expectations of the teacher. And Eagle Ridge serves a wide demographic, not just a small radius, but I understand that there are people as far as Plymouth or Prior Lake driving here. So the demographic makes it a bit difficult logistically, but in terms of setting the expectations of what's expected of the teacher's role versus the parent's role at home to help facilitate that, and really make that communication be easily accessible. There's all kinds of tools that we have, phone call, emails, teachers. Just keep that open at all times, and that will allow the parents to make that role of a parent versus teacher a lot easier.
I really like the idea of parental training, and not just in training on what classical education is like, what classical education is about, although that is certainly critical because I think the staff was about half of the incoming teachers said they didn't know what classical education was. Well, if that's the teachers, then the parents really don't. They really need to understand things about what is the trivia and what is the methodology. But even more than that, I think that parents need to be trained on the curriculum that's being taught. I mean, I don't know if you're familiar with what your first grader, what your second grader needs to know books, but they're really great books. They're good reads. And I think it would be great if we facilitated parental discussions of the content as well as discussions of how to support that content in the home. And make it fun too, have it informal, have parents give some presentations themselves, have some of the teachers there to talk about, what can you do to teach your kid this stuff at home.
Can I just throw one more thing in, break the rules here? There's a difference between being primarily responsible for your child's education as opposed to being the primary teacher in your child's life. Because if you're responsible, then the teaching comes with that. If you see yourself as the primary teacher of your child, there's a tendency in some cases to usurp the classroom teacher's role and say that you know more than he or she does, which you might. But the issue is the responsibility is the parents. The responsibility of the teacher in the classroom is to be the caulk